Hey guys, it's Rudy. I wanted to make a quick video on something I experienced last night. That was very, very bizarre. Um, about 20 years ago, back in 2004-ish, about 18 years ago, I used to play a game called Final Fantasy XI, which is a online RPG, and I made a lot of friends on it. And recently, about a month and a half ago, I resubscribed because I wanted to kind of experience it again. I had a really good time with it. Me and my wife, it's a video game that online game that my wife and I met on, and we ended up getting married. We've been married 15 years now. Uh, Kind of a long-winded story, but I won't get into that here. It's not the point of this video. Needless to say, I made some friends, and coming back into the game, online game like this, it's very empty. Like the starter zones are empty, to say the least. But and then I ran across this person. Um, this person's character's name is Blu-ray, which was one of my good friends, and I have her. It was a girl. I have her friended on Facebook still. We don't really talk, but we just kind of Facebook friends, and it's just it's not a big deal between us. But at any rate, another buddy of mine, who I'm going to call Dave, um, I sent Dave a message. Is like, hey, is Gina still playing? Which is what her name is. Her name's Gina. It's like, is she still playing? What's going on here? And he's like, I don't know. Let me ask her because he's still friends with her on Facebook. And he asked her, and she's like, he sent me the screenshots of the conversation. She's like, no, did somebody hack my account or something? She didn't know. And it turns out, well, I didn't think much of it for a minute or two, so I ran around the zone looking for the auction house, which is a feature in the game where you can buy and sell stuff using in-game currency. And I ran across these people, um, and that's Dave's character. And I was like, holy heck, holy hell, I know who this is. This is a friend of ours from Taiwan named well, I don't know their real life name. Their in-game name was Tiffany because they had a little female. There's a race called Tarutarus. It's those little midget people, little potatoes, and you pick your gender. They pick female, so they named it Tiffany. I don't know why, but that's what they did. So we called them Tiffany or Tiff all the time. I was like, holy crap, Dave, this is Tiff. It has to be because you gave Tiff your character, and apparently he's been using them ever since. He still plays this game after freaking 18 years. And lo and behold, there they are. I know all these people. Genova, uh, Theophania. I'm going to get into it in a minute. Theophania is what Tiffany used to be called. They changed the name. I come to find out, right? I sent them a message. I was like, "Hey, it's me. That's me, by the way. That's my character right there, Arquista." I was like, "Hey, you remember me?" It's like, is this Tiffany?" They're like, "Yeah, it's me," and they're from Taiwan, right? So their English is very broken, but I can understand them just fine. But their English is a little broken. Apparently, after almost 2 decades, they still got very broken English, which I found a little entertaining. But that's besides the point. But I thought it was just really, really bizarre. Um, a synchronicity in a way, because me and Dave were talking on Discord, and we're like, "Oh my God, this dude still plays," and we gave him our Discord info, and we started chatting a little bit, and they're chatting, and Gina's, of course, I'm like, "Oh my God, I can't believe he still plays. It's amazing." It's just the strange way things tend to circle back, and but the thing that caught my eye was me and Tiffany were talking through the tell system, TLL tell system in the game, and he was telling me that this was Tiffany right here. I didn't know that at the time. That little Taru Taru right there, that thing was his character, his original character, which was named Tiffany at the time, well before, and now they changed it to. At first, I hadn't heard this word before. At first, I thought it said and I didn't realize it was Theophania, as in like a Theo meaning like God or whatever, a goddess. That's what I kind of inferred from the name, and I was like, "What the hell is Theophania?" And that's what and I was like, if I look it up, some crazy shit's gonna pop up. So I didn't do it until this morning. I kind of looked it up. It's just a very, very strange situation, and it's not that strange in a way. You could really pass this off as coincidence because it's so easy to just say, well, this guy's been playing for 18 years. And the thing is, when right before my wife and I quit, there was a forced transfer server which forced us into another server, and we kind of had to. It made us change our names. That's why Well, actually, I started over. I had to start over from scratch because that's my character right there. I had to start over from scratch because I couldn't recover my old account after trying to get in touch with Square Enix, and I just couldn't do it. So I started over. It wasn't a big deal. I mean, it kind of is a big deal in a game like this because it's very, very time consuming. The character I had before, same exact name without the H at the end. So basically, Arquista without a H. That's what I tend to name all my characters in video games. But anyway, what was I going to say? So me and Tiffany were talking for a little bit, and I'm going to call him Tiffany because I don't know his real name, like I said. And he's basically saying, yeah, I've been. It's called dual boxing when you use more than one character. Well, in this case, it would be like quadruple boxing or quinta boxing because he's got like 5 accounts, 6 accounts that he's playing all at once that he does things with. And we just get to talking, and he's been playing for a long time. He's basically rich in the game. He can do whatever he wants to get whatever he wants with these characters. And I remember Dave giving. I actually remember Dave and Gina giving them their accounts, but Gina didn't remember that, and I had to remind her that yeah, you did. I remember hearing about it. But anyway, I looked up this name Theophania, and I was like, what is this? I didn't ask him. I need to ask him because why did he pick this name? It was very bizarre, and turns out it means the what Theo is. It's like a epiphany in Greece. Theophania, January 6th, and I was like, oh, here we go, January 6th, because why not? 6th of January, the 12th day of Christmas. Christmas has officially come to an end and it is Epiphany, called Ton Fonton in Greece, the festival of lights. So Epiphany, Tiffany, Epiphany, and it's almost like not even a play on words because the name, I can't look it up because the screen recorder UI is covered. Never mind, I can move it. Nice. Never mind, I can move it. Okay, so the name Tiffany is derived from the word epiphany, as you can see here. The early 17th century from Old French, Tiffany via, I'm not going to say that word, Latin Greek, Theophania, Theophania, Epiphany. The word is usually taken to be short for epiphany, silk, or muslin. Blah, 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 doesn't matter. That's worn on the 12th night, but may be a humorous allusion to epiphany in the sense of manifestation. So basically the name Tiffany means manifestation. And what I think happened here is, like I said, the guy, he's from Taiwan. His English isn't very good. He probably just thought the name Tiffany was a neat American name. From what I heard, I think Dave told me the story once where he just picked the name Tiffany because he liked it because it sounded like an American name, so he picked it. And but what I think happened was he looked up the name Tiffany. But what I don't understand is, and I might ask him this, is why he changed his name to that other thing, Theophania, whatever it's called. Yeah, Theophania. That's it. So he probably Googled the name Tiffany, looked up the etymology, and found that it was derived from the word epiphany or theophania, which is what does theophania mean? Christ shining through. That's right. The feast day is known as Theophania, meaning a vision of God, or Christ shining through, which is an epiphany. I'm not reading. This is all me, which is an epiphany or manifestation. And it's very, very bizarre that damn near 15 years later, I would be playing this game again and run into this guy who has these kind of names. And of course, retrocausal reality. It didn't mean anything at the time, right? The guys just had the name Tiffany. As far as I knew, he just picked it because it was a cool name. He liked the name. It was a really popular '80s, early '90s name for like a sexy blonde girl or whatever. And I'm pretty sure he likes American women. I honestly wouldn't put that past him. Um, anyway, I don't know where I'm going with this, guys. Just a very odd thing that happened to me last night as I was playing this game, and I was about to quit for the night because this is the kind of game you got to play hours just to do anything in, even with all the quality of life changes they have. Like it's very, very easy to level now, where back then when I played with my wife and my friends, it would take hours just to get one level, but now you can get a level in about not even 5 minutes. So getting from 1 to 99 is very simple, but it still takes time to do things, to walk around and find things and do quests, which is what I'm doing now. I'm not rushing to 99. I know my audience isn't going to understand, probably won't even understand this terminology if you don't play video games or online RPGs for that matter. But it's just a very strange thing. Um, the January 6th thing was bizarre. It's got this weird gematria already, which is why the media was repeating the J6 thing or the January 6th thing over and over and over again, along with getting the jab. And it's just creepy spells, basically repeating phrases, getting people to repeat phrases, and that's all it really is, to be honest. And if it means something to you, then it means something to you. If it don't, it don't, type of thing. It's esoteric. Anyway, that might be it for me, guys. Let me think of. I had one more thing to say. Let me think about it for a second. All right, one more thing I was going to mention, um, which was a video that not a video, but an audio recording I did that I haven't uploaded yet. That I do plan to upload. I'll probably upload that before I upload this, where I mentioned that the retrocausal events or the synchronicities I have don't involve video games and never have, except for one instance, which was a Mandela effect. But I'll get into that sometime because it's kind of interesting. Probably be a really short video. But anyway, I did a previous audio recording where I mentioned that my synchronicity events don't involve video games, even though I've played video games since I was 5, which would be a good 25 years ago. So 25 years of playing video games, and I never had any weird synchronicities, especially recently, where you would think that the most prevalent thing in my life would be video games, and you'd think I would have synchronicities involving them. But this was last night was the one time where it kind of happened, but it was an outlier in a way because it was an online game which involved other people. It involved socializing in some way, and my synchronicities only happen when I'm socializing, from what I've noticed. And uh, and I think that's it, guys. Thanks for sticking around. This was kind of a ramble. A lot of it was probably nonsensical to a lot of people, but that's fine. If you found it interesting, leave a comment. Uh, Share it with your friends. I wouldn't mind. I don't mind people sharing my videos. Maybe they got a unique perspective or something strange has happened in their life that they can kind of relate to. You can like the video. I don't really care. Have a nice day. Well, have a good morning.